Hello and welcome to this week's video where I will be kinda using old footage but doing some rehousing at the same time. Basically this was recorded, this particular clip of me and my brother searching for Perinobilus muticus or king baboon because we didn't see it in like 3 months, so we wanted to find out if it's still okay, and it's just Perinobilus muticus molt really slowly. As you know, if you have experienced this species, this is king baboon, but molt cycles are like from a brachypelma. This is the biggest baboon, I think, or the biggest African tarantula. I think it's about the same size. I think it's bigger even, the Sterocrates gigas. I think this is the biggest, that's why it's the king baboon. But anyway, just finding out where it is, I figured out it's a male, so I'm sad about that. It molted since then. I think it's a confirmed name, but we have another one, so hopefully that one's a female, but that doesn't really matter. Moving him back into his old house, I have like mostly of my burrowers that are juvenile up to 3 inches or something like that in these Braplas boxes, because I think they're perfect. They're 19 by 19 by 19 centimeters. I don't know the inch measurements or whatever, but that's where I keep them in. And as you can see, this is me actually rehousing little cattle and brachypelmas, which I fed and featured in a recent video like 3 weeks ago now, I think. It wasn't a good video because if you saw it, I will link it in the bookmarks or whatever you call it, in the top right corner. They will pop up that like the videos that I want you to watch if you watch this one. Basically they didn't want to eat, and this is like, you will see I actually have an in-app screenshot of when they have the molting cycles I have of them, which you will see in a second. This is my we moved on already. That was Brachypelma media, which I don't have a screenshot of from an app called My Tarantulas. I keep all my 160 something tarantulas molt cycles in there. I check in molt cycles regularly, and I'm really pretty much up to date. You might think it's actually a lot of work, which it is, because when I decided to put it in, I already have like 120 tarantulas, so it took a long time. It took like 2 hours to measure everything in. I don't have the pictures of everyone, but the ones that are confirmed female, I think I have pictures of them. See, this is Auratum, which ate in that video, I think. I don't even know. This is like June, July footage, so this is really old footage, but I found it randomly on my computer and I decided it's not that bad and I need to use it. It's not the most exciting video because none of the tarantulas are actually eating, but it is, I would say, tarantula keepers like duty to move them, to move tarantulas in bigger boxes, because I see a lot of them, a lot of tarantula keepers on the internet actually keeping them into smaller enclosures, and I don't think that's correct, but I moved them into cricket box. See, this is the screenshot in which you can see, yeah, this is 11th of June, 11th of June it molted, so this is like a week after that, so it's like 20th of June, something like that, when this was recorded. This is this is like in the midsummer. Actually, this is crazy old footage, but I think this is actually like the first footage I actually spoken in, and it was incredibly awkward, so I needed to talk over it because it was horrible. You saw Auratum starting to get coloration in the legs. You saw, this is, I think this is, yeah, this was supposed to be Smithy. Now a few months later it molted again, and I have a really bad suspicion it's not POECILOTHERIA smithi. It's not Brachypelma smithi, it's actually Emilia. On the pattern of the coloration of the legs, I suspect it to be I suspect it to be Emilia, which is sad, but it's still okay spider. I bought it from England. I bought like this kind of rare tarantulas that I have, like Auratum, some of them Ratum, some of the classes I showed in the recent videos that I have are from England. They're from the Spider Shop UK. But I mean, I got a certificate for it, so hopefully they are it's true and it is actual smithy. But this is moving on. This is a sling that I have. This is now Tletocat Vardesi, and I don't remember common name, guys, I'm sorry. I keep over 160 tarantulas and I know about 150 of their Latin names, so I mean some of them I keep doubled, but this is like, yeah, this is like a week after the molt, so even though the leg might look shiny, it's just because of the light pointing down on them. They are not too fresh, and as you saw, and you will see again, what I'm actually doing is moving them from smoothie cups. This is like not a smoothie cup, this is one that came on top. It's okay, it's not hurt. See, I tossed the dirt into the lid of the cup that is inside. Yeah, you can see it here, and just because it's digging, it came on top, so the spider is perfectly fine, don't worry about that. But this is Clitocata verdesi, the second one actually. And what I had them in, first I had them in those 25 milliliter vials that you can get anywhere from like a spider shop. That I don't know what you keep them. It used to be called film doses because you could get a photographic film in them, but they are not really film doses, because film doses back in the days when you actually bought films, so like put them into photographs and for that, basically it was black and brown and it wasn't the same shape, but you can like Google it and you can see actual footage of them. But this is like this is like what I'm moving them into. That, so like continue my thought process. This is what I'm moving them into, and this is what you saw when I was actually feeding them. The footage of feeding them was not old like this one. This was like really old. I don't know why I didn't use this sooner. To be honest, I think I lost it because I am just stupid like that, but it doesn't matter. I used it now, and yeah, you can see it's like what those actually cups that were in that they were before, and like that I put them from 25 milliliters. Like after 3 months I put them into a McDonald's ice cream cup. If you're a student and you eat student meals, you know what I'm getting at, because with every meal you get like a dessert afterwards. I think it's pie or ice cream, and I got a bunch of those ice cream thingies, and I use them. I don't know how big they are. I think they are like 100 milliliters or 150, something like that. But and then I moved them to cricket boxes, which I explained about cricket boxes and everything in that video, even though it's boring because none of the tarantulas ate. Make sure to watch it. And now I'm moving on to POECILOTHERIA METALICA, which is right now like most people say it's their favorite genome, but like you can see what's happening here. This is before I was prepared, and this is like I do it better now than this. This is horrible. Like I would cut most of this out, but I wanted to show you that this is not how you transfer tarantulas. Basically you need to just cup them and move them over, but if you're stupid like me, you film them with one phone with one hand, phone in one hand, and the second one just to move them, to hold them. As I told you many times before, POECILOTHERIAs are not notoriously vicious, even though I am they are very venomous, but like how I trigger and how I prepare for them to move is like I poke them with a straw, or I poke them on the back of their foot with like a brush, and see what their temperament is. If they're pissed off, they will tell you they're pissed off and they will start running, so don't touch them then. But before I prepared this, before I started picking this tarantula up, I brushed it with a straw, and I brushed it with the thingy. See, there's the two second ones Metallicas that I still have, and I rehoused them in the meantime. I think I still have those footage, so, and I moved them in these boxes that I got from Germany, which are quite nice. I don't know the measurements, I'm sorry guys. I think it's like 15 something, 10 and 20 something. I don't know the measurements of that because this is a very old footage. I'll get into that if you're interested in that one. But yeah, this is not how you rehouse a Metallica or any old world. Actually, you might get away with it, but with not Africans, but actually POECILOTHERIAs, because some of them don't actually bolt like crazy. This one didn't bolt like crazy. If you think about it, many Africans would bolt crazy around, and this one didn't, because it's like 2 weeks after the molt, and it doesn't really, it's not at full capacity of the strength and everything. But this is the box I keep them in. This is the box I keep most juvenile pocket POECILOTHERIAs in. I put the cork bark, I put the plasticky plant that it's like it has its web, because it was in that cup. It was in the smoothie cup that I keep all of the POECILOTHERIA slings in. I will show you one day what I keep them in before the sling, before the smoothie cups, but that will be time for another video. I think I showed you in Framigochilos Arboricola slings video. I think I showed you what I keep them in, but this is gonna be a lot of blabbering, so I'm gonna stop it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe down below, like the video, comment something down below, feel free. I talk to anybody, and see you next week. Bye bye.